Alright, hello everyone! Welcome to the stream between Silicosis and Vulpsi. I'm Silicosis, your commentator for this match. So here's the intro once again, just a recap for our competitors, Silicosis and Vulpsi. We'll have to see what their picks and bans would be. Oh, but actually before that, I forgot. They gotta do their rolls first. Whoops, my bad. Unfortunate, but it does look like Vulpsi. I like how Vulpsi just called that it's going to lose the roll, but it's actually incredibly close. So Silicosis does win the roll. I would expect Silicosis. Okay, so Silicosis protected, Rise 5. I'm not surprised about that one actually, because I mean technicality this is what Silicosis is good at. So like yeah, I gotta go for picks that you're pretty good at. And I think this is a good way to start the map. So now Vulpsi has to protect next. I'm not surprised. I mean, that is a really good protect. Because, again, Vulpsi's skill set's mainly centered over that. And is going to be extra stage, which is hybrid 3. Silicosis will be banning next. Honestly, I'm really curious to see what Silicosis. So 1925, which is L4. I'm not surprised as well to the fan. So now it's Red's into chance, which is Silicosis. Silicosis has to pick now. Right, so the first pick is going to be... Oh, alright, so it's going to be... Breakthrough. So this is a jump stream pick. The faster jump stream pick, but shorter. This is at 250 DPM. And honestly, see these two players, I won't be surprised if you're going to be having a very close one. So to see, alright. And now, seeing these two players, let's see how they're going to do. Again, breakthrough. I won't be surprised if this is going to be a neck-to-neck battle, because once again, like this file is pretty much act all over it. Like as long as you're able to hit these patterns at this BPM, you'll definitely be able to act it. And I know these two players are really good at Rise Act. So here, we greeted with some core jacks already. But then, what's scary, again, is this is loser's bracket, by the way. So one of them is going to be eliminated. And these two are basically fighting for the tournament lives. Vulpsi sort of rushing that section. Silicosis on the other hand, really good accuracy. But Vulpsi isn't too far behind. It's actually really close right now, with Silicosis gaining the charge. But the thing is, I'm noticing something. Silicosis is sort of rushing those core jacks. And these core jacks could be easy to rush with how the motion of the song is. Like you're forced to really rotate your wrist and then suddenly keep them stationary. That's what makes this file really difficult. That's a 200 from Silicosis. Really scary. Meanwhile, Vulpsi still gaining. These core jacks are helping. And now more jump stream. This could really be a potential for any chokes. But no one misses. That is really impressive, considering how the patterning is. You're seeing these two players be ultra consistent on these files. And right now, we're greeted at the last section. This is going to be the hardest part. Still really tight, close battle. But now we're seeing the jump stream section. Anyone can choke here. These trails are really challenging. But it looks like they're both able to hit them. Here's the last part. Here's the speed section. Some anchors are thrown at you and some trails. I think that does it. Vulpsi takes a break point. Wait. Oh my goodness. That was really close. 990 to 995. This is a really close score. And wow, like the fact that 990k isn't enough to beat that. It goes to show how talented this set of players are. Like, wow. The fact that Vulpsi takes a break point right off the bat. So then again, it's still the start of the match. If there's the best time to lose a point is as early as it is. Because at the very least, you'll definitely gain. You'll still have a lot of chances and opportunities for other picks. Which is why, at least, if you want a time to lose at the end, lose a point, it's definitely the start. So Vulpsi going for Ring Run Nyan. I'm not surprised that Vulpsi is going for this. I think Vulpsi thinks, like, at least from the analysis, Vulpsi going for an LN path is not really surprising considering who his opponent is. Silicosis can play LNs, but accuracy-wise, I'd have to say Vulpsi definitely has the advantage there. Ring Run Nyan is the density pick. And I'm not surprised that a lot of the players here can still play this file. Don't say that in chat, by the way. I just saw that. I saw that. I can see, by the way. But yeah. Still, both of these players are extremely good. Oh, there we go. Seems like both players are indeed ready. Again, Ring Run Yan, this is OD7. So it's not exactly the hardest LN file to act. But OD7 is pretty fair. And it kind of warrants. It does really warrant that OD to be that. Seeing Vulpsi go snap that made me a little bit concerned. And honestly, I did see how Vulpsi performed on this in practice. And I'd have to say, these two players certainly have the capability to play that. And I know that right now Silicosis has the advantage. But as time passes on, oh, as I say that, Silicosis is fighting a drop, and that is not a good news. Because think about this kind of pick is it's very straightforward. And straightforward maps, typically these kinds of LNs would give Rice players an opportunity to be able to act that. That was a very unfortunate drop from Silicosis, but it's still very early in the game, so it shouldn't be that bad. And now you're greeted with some LN jump trills, jump streams, not to mention the split trill. That split trill could really mess players if you're not careful. And now with the full inverse section, Silicosis gaining from that section is really impressive. But now we're seeing that Vulpsi is slowly dropping some ghost tapping from Silicosis. That is honestly really concerning. Because with your ghost tap, you could end up getting a 50 or 2. And you do not want that to happen. So Silicosis trying to gain it back, and now we're in a full LN section with some elements of LN release mixed into it. Like those short LNs are not friendly. Silicosis finding another drop. That is not good news at all. Especially when Vulpsi has the athlete. I would actually expect more players to miss in this section, but it looks like that is not going to be the case. I mean, like, both of them are doing extremely well. It's just that this file can really trip you over if you're not careful. And now more LN trills. Still both players extremely consistent. I think that's a 992 for Vulpsi actually. Could have been a 990 as well for Silicosis had those misses not happened. I mean, like, look, the ratio isn't that far apart. It's just those 200s, and that 50 certainly affected the score. Really good performance from Vulpsi, and Silicosis was not too far behind. But still, really close. Honestly, those Rice picks, they're still up there for grabs. Like, there's still 5 Rice picks in the pool. And I won't be surprised. I won't be surprised if like either player really takes a run for some of these picks. Now it's Silicosis' turn to pick. I think Silicosis might want to go for like maybe Silicosis might want to go for I'm not sure actually. Waiting for Silicosis to make a selection on the map pool. Alright, so looks like Silicosis is going straight for the protect. I mean, you're not in the best situation right now. So typically when you pick your protect, when you pick your protect, you want to save yourself from a dire situation. So I understand why. I really understand why you'd want to go for that. Now this map, I mean patterning for Rogue Myth I think was slightly more tough to hit, but at least in terms of how you're really able to score, this is definitely a lot harder than Rogue Myth. And now I can see why Silicosis would go for this. Like, this is the kind of hit that Silicosis would be very consistent on. And that, don't trust that. That is a client miss. And as you can see right now, you can see the difference in that. Vulpsi is still up there at 99.73. But when it comes to technicality, Silicosis is slightly better at those kinds of picks. At least in comparison to jump streams. Like jump streams, I'd say Silicosis is very consistent. Yeah, there's no denial for that. But act-wise, I think Silicosis' technicality certainly is still up there. Much more up there relative to his jump stream. But now we're seeing a 200 from Silicosis. Wait a second. That was an unfortunate drop, but Vulpsi also finding a miss. That was certainly very scary. Here's the problem. Like what I said, even though Silicosis' act right now looks much lower, like I said, relative to others, it seems like his accuracy and technicality is really keeping up much more than the jump stream. And right now, it's really showing how consistent he is. Vulpsi, that miss from Vulpsi is going to hurt a lot. Because number one, the accuracy isn't too far apart. Number two, both players are keeping that 400 combo cap. And no misses yet from Silicosis right now. Problem is, this part can really make you struggle, especially if you're not careful. Like, you see those mini jacks and those sort of technical trills and all that? That can really spell the difference here. And right now, Silicosis sort of has it. That miss from Vulpsi was really not a good sign. And I can see right now why Silicosis decided to protect this. Those speed sections really are benefiting Silicosis more than it's doing for Vulpsi. And now more speed. This is going to be terrifying because this section, you can still find your own misses. And right now, I think even though that Vulpsi has the accuracy lead, the technicality of this is just way too strong. Definitely benefited Silicosis a lot more than it did for Vulpsi. Like those 9 200s were painful, 2 100s as well. Still was just enough to beat Vulpsi on that. And honestly, really impressive showing. Those 2 200s from Vulpsi, really impressive as well. Like being able to manage that, but those two misses, I mean the 150 and the one miss, was way too much. Alright, so now it's going to be 1 to 2, still in favor for Vulpsi, but time is really, I don't know, like right now it's kind of evident the Vulpsi may want to go for the Ellen picks in my opinion. Well, Silicosis would go for more technical picks. I think Guilt Filling and Sun and Moon would be great for Silicosis. Honestly, Mononoke might also sound nice. So the pick looks to be L and Freeze. She definitely has a lot of good music and all that. Honestly, really nice to see this kind of map in the pool here. Just waiting for both players to ready up. I guess though, I'd be afraid as well if I were Vulpsi. Because at least, even though Silicosis missed on the Ellen pick, the potential is there. I think the fact that this is more of a wild card pick is what makes this more terrifying. Because it's not as straightforward. But then, you're getting with the question if you can really keep the consistency that you had on the previous pick. Which I think Vulpsi certainly has the capability to do that. But now, it just begs the question. 2 minutes and 38 seconds. Can Vulpsi hold on to that? And can Silicosis manage to show some sign of consistency? And right now, you're already seeing that this early on, like this is very awkward density. The fact that what makes it so awkward is the timings are so different. It looks very dense, but like there are some short LNs mixed with very small LN gaps. So being able to time that is already a chore, a tedious one at that. And which Silicosis unfortunately is on the end where it's not really helping. And just like that, Silicosis finding a drop. This is a very, very good pick for Vulpsi so far, and it's been working. Like the Ellen strategy that Vulpsi has, clearly has been working very well. And again, Silicosis finding those mistakes. 98 for Silicosis. That's still not a bad score per se, but you're up against Vulpsi, who's at a 99.6, performing extremely consistent as well. It's actually really impressive to see the performances of both players. Like the fact that 98 is not enough to match the performance to be able to secure a win just goes to show how insane these players really are. It's really impressive. Like these two players have been really impressive, just not stopping at all. Vulpsi, I did not notice that Vulpsi actually found the mistake, but like the mistake was way too. It wasn't even too much. Like Silicosis just drops way too much. Not to mention that accuracy, just not going to be enough. And even in this section, the fact that Silicosis is getting to hundreds is a scary, scary sign. And that Ellen jump drill sort of. I mean, actually, both players are still performing well. But the problem that I have is right now, with the addition of more Ellen patterns thrown into the mix, Silicosis sort of really struggles on that. While Vulpsi, despite getting a few 200s, just that consistency alone is more than enough. And Silicosis finding a few drops, I think that's a sign of Ellen fundamentals that really have to be worked on. And you can see already by the ratio alone that Vulpsi had the advantage. I mean, a 200 count isn't that bad either. It's just, again, you really have to make sure you're able to keep up with that accuracy. That ratio is certainly not a good sign at all. So currently it is 3-1, or 1-3 rather. Alright, yeah, we're just waiting for Silicosis to make a pick. I mean, Rice one looks to be a good pick. From Silicosis. Speed dumps. Also, this is a map by Singren, or Dosho Zenosu. That's not my map. Just giving clarification to everyone here. Honestly, a really good pick in my opinion. Silicosis' hard is the length, stamina, and also, I mean, it's slightly faster with harder bursts. This file can really be challenging if you're not careful with consistency. But looks like Vulpsi right now has the advantage, even with some anchors and all that. Still extremely close, only 700 points of difference. But this is like the real challenge starts after these LMs. Now Vulpsi getting a 200 or 2 there. That is bad news, and here we go. This speed is going to be close. Oh my goodness, both players have the same act right now. But it looks like Silicosis is starting to gain an edge. Oh my goodness, but Silicosis is getting 200. Like these speed sections are really not friendly. Oh, and at 100, yeah, this part is really difficult. Like those jumps added to the streams, I can tell Silicosis sort of struggled on those. Vulpsi gaining that accuracy while Silicosis has dropped, but still trying to claw back. And now here we go again. These faster speed sections. It would take a miss from Vulpsi for a comeback from Silicosis to even happen. But like, man, these two players, like, look at how they're doing. Despite the complexity of these patterns, like, they're still really consistent. A double full combo in this would be really impressive if it happens. But man, what a performance so far from Vulpsi. Oh my goodness. These two players, the fact that Vulpsi's on a 990k pace and Silicosis is 985k, like, that's really impressive. It's going to be really difficult to match the score that Vulpsi has right now. Oh my goodness. 986 to 990. What are these two players doing? What are these two players doing? Holy cow. That is, the fact that they're still extra consistent. Two players are just full comboing these Rice maps casually. Like, I don't think I've seen a single miss on a Rice pack so far. Oh wait, no, Rice 5. That had one miss. That was the only miss that I've seen. And, of course, if you're Vulpsi, you would really want to go for a pick that's going to benefit you a lot. And I think the pick to make is going to be Rice 4. And unfortunately, we'll have to keep this quiet. Like we'll have to be quiet on this one because I believe this is also a copyrighted song. Which I'm going to keep this a little bit. Mm-hmm. So yeah, these two players. I mean, Vulpsi is known to be extremely good at core jack. Like I would like the thing about Vulpsi is he's at least in terms of core jack, his act is one of the most difficult to beat. Not to mention the physicality as well. I mean, he's really paved the way, or he's one of the people that paved the way for the top for Philippines to be a great core jacking country. Honestly, and right now we'll see a lot of these. Silicosis is really good at core jack as well, though. Vulpsi holding a 100% right now. This is score V2, by the way. What in the world is that performance? These two players are extremely good. What? Wait a second. Vulpsi is still holding a 100%. Now down to 99.99. But Silicosis is performing at 99.92 as if that was nothing. What are these two players doing? Oh my goodness, this is going to be so painful to watch. Ah! Is this really going to be the way for Vulpsi to get that 5th point? But time, it looks like Silicosis is sort of getting 200s here and there. Vulpsi still mega consistent. Like, look at both of their unstable rates. It's night and day. Silicosis may be accurate, but Vulpsi is extremely precise. That's the difference here. Think of accuracy as hitting on the right time, while precision being your hits being extremely close with each other. So like Vulpsi is more accurate and precise than Silicosis right now, because Vulpsi is hitting at the right time, while his hits have been really close to each other. So that's really what's happening right now. That's why Vulpsi has that massive, not really massive, but in terms of accuracy, it definitely is a big difference. Indeed, it is the way currently. Vulpsi and Silicosis extremely consistent. Time is running out. Can Silicosis make a last push? Never mind! As I say that, Silicosis finds a drop. I am so sorry to hear that. Right now, Vulpsi will be able to gain that victory. I think 999k. Silicosis' score is really good. Like 275 perfects is not a bad score at all. This would be like 993, 992, 991 without that miss. Unfortunate, but it happens. 67 unstable rate to 101. Like, they're both extremely consistent. This is the way. Indeed, it is the way. And now there's only 2 rice picks left in the pool, while there's still 1 Ellen pick here. Now Silicosis has to pick next. This is the way. gotta make a pick soon. Just waiting for both players to get ready. Here we go. I'm honestly really curious to see how these two players will perform on a wildcard pick. I mean, wildcard typically has a lot of like just awkward. Very awkward trills and all that. Currently, though, Vulpsi has the better act, but Silicosis isn't too far behind. Right now, though, it's extremely close. And now, with some of those speed patterns, that's just a client miss. That's just a client miss. Yeah, both players still doing really good. I mean, the technicality of this file certainly does not shy away from how difficult it is. The fact that Vulpsi and Silicosis are literally tied in act right now. Now another awkward jump stream with some wild card technical parts mixed into it. Still really close. I'm surprised both players are holding on extremely well. And never mind, Vulpsi finds a drop! That's going to be scary as Silicosis still holds on. And that's another drop from Vulpsi! That is not going to be good at all. Now time is sort of running out. It's really starting to run out as Vulpsi finds another drop. This section is not friendly for Vulpsi at all. Silicosis still getting the victory on that file. Really impressive with the 992k. 992k, right? It is 992k. I'm not surprised. Yeah, I mean, Vulpsi had the better act in terms of ratio and all that, but the bads and the misses were definitely enough. Or enough for Silicosis to just win that. Yeah, 2 to 5 for 2 to 5 at this match right now. Still anyone's game. which is going to be the next pick. Sorry, let's see what's going to be the pick. Alright, here we go. Vulpsi picking LN1. Ellen release, I can definitely see Vulpsi picking this against a player like Silicosis. And right now Vulpsi has the athlete, but this is still pretty close. Like, the thing about Ellen release is both players, like, when you have Ellen release, it could really trip up your stability if you're not that careful. Like your wrists, your wrists could really be careful, could really just be unstable, and you'd end up over rotating it, which is something that I sometimes end up doing, and I do not want that to happen. Especially with how difficult this is. Both players still holding at the full combo. These short LNs mixed with the long LNs and the technicalities added to all that is what makes this such a difficult file. And still, both players really close. I mean, 99.7, 99.2, these accuracies aren't too far. But the problem, again, the only problem I have right now is that as time passes on, the accuracy may continue to drop, and typically those with the lower accuracy would end up dropping a bit more due to the fatigue and stamina that Ellen Act in general would contain. Now Ellen releases. Looks like Vulpsi has an advantage here, but it's not that far apart. 11,000 points. However, with 2 full combos, that in itself is already a really good victory. But still too early to call, as there are still opportunities. Vulpsi getting a few 200s. That stability starting to drop, but Silicosis finds a drop. That is unfortunate, and I think that does it. Congratulations, unless something happens. Wait a second. No, both players did a really good job, but unfortunately there can only be one winner. Despite Vulpsi dropping 200s, that is not just going to be enough. Vulpsi with a very solid full combo, but that one section definitely tripped Silicosis up. That was so unfortunate. But you can see in the unstable rate that Vulpsi had the more stable ratio, and wow, these two players have played really well. And it really hurts to see that one of these players will be eliminated. But that's the name of the game. That's the name of the game indeed. This is
face again. You regret everything we ever did. You're obviously over it, so over it. So why do I still wake up 2 in the morning, cold sweat screaming your name? Why do I get drunk and look at your pictures? Why do I feel this way? Why do I do this to myself? And why do I even try? You don't, so baby, why do I? It's been 10 months and 20 days. I've been wondering the same damn thing. So why do I still wake up 2 in the morning, cold sweat screaming your name? Why do I get drunk and look at your pictures? Why do I feel this way? Why do I do this to myself? And why do I even try? You don't, so baby, why do I? Why do I? Baby, why do you don't, so baby, why? Sometimes I write you letters that you'll never read. When I get to thinking, I wish you were thinking about me. Sometimes I look for girls that look the way you do. So fucking stupid, started to do it when I saw you with someone new. It's been 10 months and 20 days. I'm not less feelings on your brain. So why do I still wake up 2 in the morning, cold sweat screaming your name? Why do I get drunk and look at your pictures? Why do I feel this way? Why do I do this to myself? And why do I even try? You don't, so baby, why do I? Why do I? Some nights I think about the last time that we talked, back in November, maybe December. All I remember is that you called me a piece of shit, said you never wanna see my face again. You regret everything we ever did. You're obviously over it, so over it. So why do I still wake up 2 in the morning, cold sweat screaming your name? Why do I get drunk and look at your pictures? Why do I feel this way? Why do I do this to myself?
Alright. Hello everyone! Welcome to the stream I'm still deciding really which one to showcase, because these two matches are going to be amazing, and I can't wait to see how these two matches will unfold, so we'll just have to see. Alright, so yeah, we're just waiting for everything to be set up right now. So yeah, we're just waiting for Sen to get online for the other match. getting our introduction for these two players in 8-bit. My goodness, this is such a good song. So, yep, we're going to be asking these two players to roll the dice. Wait a second. So Valerio rolls a 43. There's another match happening right now, by the way, which is Sen versus Suarez 0116. So Cyranox is going to be winning a roll. Cyranox's protect. On the other hand, Sen rolls a 96 on the other match. So Cyranox going to be protecting L and 1. Valerio has to protect Snow. So yep, it's going to be Rice 1. I'm not surprised that that's Valerio going to be protect Rice 1. So Hybrid 3 being Valeria's fan is honestly really interesting.
빛바랜 기억은 눈꽃처럼 희미하게 떠나지만 추억 끝에 아득하니 스며들고 찬란한 순간은 영원처럼 우리 곁을 맴돌지만 시간 저편으로 아스라이 쓰러지는 그대 손길 달 수 없어 숨이 조여오고 그대 숨결 느낄 수 없어 맘이 아려고 홀로 나는 그대 그리며 돌아갈 수도 없는 곳으로
The Cyranox now has to ban. You know what? I'm just gonna say this live on stream. I think Steph Curry is better. But I'm not allowed. I'm not allowed to. I'm not allowed to say that. All right.
바다의 틈에 나 잠길 때 그대 꽃잎을 띄워주세요 그대의 향기 꽃잎을 타고 수면을 가득 채우리 하늘의 품에 나 안길 때 그대 노래를 들려
Sometimes I write you labels that you'll never read. When I get the thinking, I get the thinking. I wish you were thinking about me. Sometimes I look for girls that look the way you do. So fucking stupid, started to do it when I saw you.
Are we setting double full combo? A double full combo on this file. 64 grades, but that ratio from both of them is not that far apart. Still a really good score from Valyria, but Cyronok's score is out of this world. That's a great score, like 4 200s. Really impressive. I think the previous score had 13 200s, but the ratio was better. So we'll have to. So we'll Looks like it's Valyria going for the wild card. I forgot to put in the picks and the bans for me. So I forgot. Okay, so the ban for Valyria was Valyria banned first. So Valyria banned 1925. Zarnox banned us. Zarnox picked White White, and Valyria picked Red 6. My bad for missing that. Unfortunately, Credence Justitiam is not a map we just played. So now, seeing Valyria and Cyronox's play has been really interesting. Like, they're both capable in the Rice department as well. But I think Cyronox is the more well-rounded player, while Valyria is definitely more focused on Rice. Currently though, both of them at a 990k pace. But wow, despite the technicalities, they're both maintaining supreme accuracy. 99.9 and 99.7. Really impressive work for both players right now. Still, these two players are on a really good performance right now. Despite all of the technicalities here, what are these two players doing? Cyronox isn't even doing that bad, but these patterns are they're just not enough to throw either of these players off. 9989 and 9975. These two players, man. What are they doing? You're greeted with a lot of speed, trills, and all that, but that's just not going to be enough to make a player drop a mistake. The fact that Cyronox is also gaining at Valyria, like, this is insane. What we're seeing from these two players, they're performing absolutely amazing right now. Again, technicality, core jacks this part. You'd expect these two players to increase here. And now, again, awkward jump stream is going to be thrown at you. These awkward jump streams can really make a player miss once or twice if you're not careful, especially if your hand trips up. But Valyria and Cyronox gained from that part. Actually, no, Cyronox gained. Valyria lost a little bit, but that's not going to matter anymore. And this final section, what in the world are these two players doing? 993, 996! The fact that 993 was not enough, a double V1 double S from both of these players. What? Double V1 double S. Okay. That's actually really impressive. What are these two players doing? What are these two players doing? Now we're going for Ring Run Yan. Wait a second. Hagodon is not in this pool, so I'm sorry to say, but you cannot pick that. So yeah, this is it. Density Ellen pick. And Cyronox actually in a disadvantage right now. But I'm pretty sure this will balance out over time. As Valeria also getting into 100 there. This Ellen density is going to be really difficult to handle if you're not careful. Yet right now, what is happening? Right now, it's Valeria that has the advantage. These Ellen density sections, Cyronox dropping! That Ellen Jack is really not friendly, but Valeria finds a drop. And the accuracy, I think, over time, we might see a change in these. Valeria actually has the advantage right now. This Ellen density section, those jacks really made Cyronox lose that lead, which is unfortunate. And time is running out. This is when the Ellen density section really kicks in. The trails start to increase even further. And now Cyronox increases that accuracy. It's starting to pull through for Cyronox and Valeria. But this Jax made Cyronox miss a while ago. Will that same story happen again? No! It's extremely close! Anyone's game right now! It's a 0.02% difference. 0.01 right now. Who is going to take this? Will it be Cyronox or will it be Valeria? I think Cyronox took it at the last second. Oh wow! What a performance from both players. That ratio from Valeria was better, but Cyronox only getting 200s. Wow, that was extremely close. Cyronox could have easily lost that, but just performed right, just about enough. Just about enough. Just about enough for both of them. Now, Valeria going for Rise 5. And on another note, it looks like Sen takes a 2-0 lead against Swar 0116. Looks like Swar actually dropped a few misses on that fire.
What if I tell you that Rocket, there's the superhero? He hates justice and hot for bastards to keep them best.
Honestly, these two players have been performing pretty well. But wow, this performance from Silicosis and Valeria, like they're both performing really well.
Everybody knows that gets a very cute. No one knows where they're at.
This is a very technical file, and considering how both players perform, I won't be surprised if they'll both be really good in this file. goodness. This match has been really close. And it's been a bloodbath, really. This file just throws you a lot with anchors, with technical parts. And both players have been extremely well in that regard. And again, 4 jacks, anchors, technical parts. This file has it all. Essentially, really a technical file that you gotta pay attention to. Both players are performing extremely well. These mini jacks are not tripping them up at all. Valeria at 99.88. Silicosis 4 at 99.76. These technical patterns are really unfriendly. Still a really good performance from Silicosis 4, but not gonna be enough when Valeria is still gaining accuracy. Again, these anchors are really going to throw you off if you're not careful, but it's not making anyone drop any mistakes here. That's how impressive these two players have been. Cyronox dropping a few 200s here and there, but that's just not gonna be enough. What in the world are these two players doing? And yet, after all those rise patterns, it's just not going to be enough to throw either of these players apart. 99.66, 99.89. These two players are just performing out of this world right now. Mini jacks, 4 jacks, streams and all that, just not enough to throw these two players off. What? What is the score? 996 from Valeria. Oh my goodness, another V1SS. Okay. Another V1SS. And just like that, the match is 2-all. 2-all for both players. This is going to be insane. Such an insane match from both of these players.
That's American. Everyone knows what they do at night. What if I tell you that Rocket, there's the superhero? He hates justice and hot for bastards.
Not surprised that Cyronox is going for Sono Emerald. Wow, Mio. Both players have been performing out of their minds right now. Cyronox really setting the tone. Oh, Valeria already finding a drop this early on. But Cyronox still at 99.6. The thing about this file is there's so much L and patterns thrown at you here, so you really gotta up the ante when it comes to files like that. Right now, Cyronox's accuracy is far ahead of Valeria's. I mean, actually not far ahead, but it's definitely a difference. Valeria is not too far off, but Cyronox has just enough. It's really impressive to see how well both of these players are doing. The consistency required to play this is a lot, and both of them hitting that trill, but Cyronox sort of rushed that trill actually, while Valerius a little bit more consistent than that, but that one drop is really not good. Valeria finding a drop on that early Ellen section, but these Ellen sections are not the places you'd want to make any mistakes. But it's still really close. 12,000 points. 12,000 points of difference can still spell a lot. If Cyronox makes a mistake, it could be that, but unfortunately that's just not going to be enough. Cyronox takes a third point on what has so far been back to back to back. A back to back. My goodness, like back to back matches. Sorry, back to back points. Extremely good performances. This has just been a back to back battle here, with each player throwing punches at each other. Really, really close gameplay, and I'm honestly really impressed to see that. In fact, Valeria's ratio is actually slightly better. What? That's my bad. That's my bad. I mean, this pick is going to be pretty close. So yeah, both players are going to be playing this. Yeah. The other match is 1-3 in Sun's favor, and the pick right now is Guilt Feeling, which is Rise 6. I should, like, again, these two players are performing extremely well. Again, I am really expecting these two players to just breeze through this file. Oh my goodness. It's still really close with both players. With both players having just supreme accuracy on this map. 99.91 and 99.83. What are these two players doing? Oh my goodness. That consistency from both players has been so... What? Oh my goodness, they're still full comboing this. What are these two players doing? Hello? It's still really close. I did not notice that, but unfortunately Zyronox finds a miss. But still, that accuracy is extremely good. That 100, no, that is a client miss for both players. Still really good Rise scores from both. Oh my goodness, what is this score? Like, the fact that you're thrown really difficult Rise patterns and you can still act them like they're nothing goes to show how good these two players really are. 99.5 would still beat most of the players here. Oh my goodness, what are these two scores? But what just happened? Valeria dropping a 100. I think that was a 100 and a 50. Unfortunate at the end, but that's not going to matter. Two 100s, but look at that ratio. That would have been a 996 had that not happened. Oh my. Like, let's look at the 105, 125. Those two are really good on stable rates. So yeah, we're just waiting now for that. And honestly speaking, I don't know what to feel about the next one. I think Valeria might go for... I think Cyronox is gonna go for... I think Cyronox is gonna go for... Hybrid. So yeah, we're just waiting. We're just just waiting for that. Also, I'm just gonna say this on stream right now. If this doesn't go to TB, kasalanan ni Kisof to. Yan lang. Tagal na. It's been a long time since I said that. So I might as well say it. It's going to be Rebellion. I mean, this is a hybrid pick. And when you say hybrid, there's definitely LNs and all that. Yeah, Rebellion is certainly very physical. You gotta be careful with how you're gonna perform. I mean, honestly, what I'm really nervous about is like how these two would do when it starts to be more physical and with more elements incorporated into it. So yeah. And this file has a lot of elements thrown at you with it, but they are very control heavy as well. And this is the kind of elements that I would expect both players maybe to struggle a bit, like we're seeing a lot of 200 from Aaron's side. But the physicality aspect makes me feel like Cyronox, like no, makes it feel like Aaron or Valyria may have a chance. And now we're really seeing how these two would perform with more physicality added to it. Cyronox just performing amazing, but Valyria is right up there at his neck. Anything can still happen. These Ellen coordination sections, but these handstream sections, I would feel like this is where Valyria could make a comeback of some sorts. But these Ellen control sections keep on coming, and that's the reason why Cyronox still keeps that lead up to right now. And time is running out for any comeback to happen. With more of these Ellen Ellen's controlled parts, I would not be surprised. I won't be surprised if something happens. But Cyronox and Valyria actually made their own mistakes. And now Ellen sections, more Ellens are coming, but the axe started to get close. And knowing that Valyria can still play these Ellens, I would really be scared if I were Cyronox. But time is running out. Can any last hurrah come into place? That's a 200, a lot of 200s from Valyria. These Ellen sections are not friendly, but now we're brought in to a handstream jumpstream section. More Ellen control. But the lead is starting to go to Cyronox. I think Cyronox gonna sink it. Valyria missing on the right section twice. Oh, that was so unfortunate. I think the fatigue from playing that hybrid was way too much. Yeah, that fatigue from the hybrid was just way too much. Oh, wow. Cyronox takes the point. But the ratio from Valyria was better. Like, we're seeing a trend here. Oh, that was a keyboard moment. Unfortunate, but wow. 4-3 right now. Really close. But this probably would regain Cyronox's confidence on stuff. unfortunately, that map is banned. So it's going to be Rice 3. We have not seen this pick yet. I mean, I'm expecting this map to be really close as well. Honestly speaking though, like these two have been really going at it with each other. Like they're just extremely consistent and are able to match each other's performances. 99.84, 99.93, these two players are doing really good. Now, these two players, those hand streams. This is 241 DPM hand stream, jump stream, and these two players are just performing like it's nothing. Valeria and Silicosis for Cyronox still at really high accuracies. Despite Cyronox with the one miss disadvantage, still a great performance. Oh my goodness, like these two players are just performing out of their mind. Despite these hand streams being very dense and all that, just not enough to throw each of these players off. My goodness, like these two players, still just one miss in total for both of them. Just goes to show how really impressive these two players are doing. Like the stamina required and the control required to play this is just insane. And 99.9 Valeria, Cyronox 99.67. My goodness, these two players still holding on to those consistencies. Valeria is still comboing, but Cyronox is also doing the same. But that accuracy difference just goes to show how consistent these two players are. And we can't have this happen mid-match. Come on, there we go. Like a dense hand stream, but it has not been affecting these two players. Oh my goodness. Just that consistency that these two are showing Insanely done by both of these players. 996-984 with a miss. That's just really impressive. 311 and only 777 for Cyronox isn't that bad as well. Like, look at those unstable rates. Like, these two are just performing so well. And now Cyronox has a very tough decision to make. Will they go for Hybrid 1, Hybrid 3, Rise 2, Rise 3? Mononoke being the pick, that's gonna be a really tough one. Honestly, I don't know who wins this actually. Yeah, we're going to have to wait for these two players to get ready. So yeah, Mononoke, this pick could be make or break. This could really determine what's going to happen. Honestly, my heart really goes out to these two players. They've been performing absolutely insane right now. This map has a lot of jacks in it, so I'm honestly surprised that Cyronox chose this. Because I would have thought this would be a pick that favors Valyria slightly. Unless Cyronox practiced this a lot, which I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case. Some 200s already, that's a sign of nerves. So right now, it's currently Valyria who has an advantage. That's gonna be terrifying, as Valyria is keeping that accuracy afloat. This is not looking good at all for Cyronox. But you'd expect some of these LNs to affect Valyria's gameplay, but that's not going to be the case. What? Oh my goodness. Okay, both players performing really well. Valyria at 99.66. Oh, but that's gonna be a drop. Cyronox is in a disadvantage right now, and that's undeniable, especially since Cyronox also had a miss of their own. But time is starting to running out. Valyria fighting another drop. That could be it. That could switch things up and give the lead to Cyronox. Accuracy is extremely close right now. And this is just enough for Cyronox to take an advantage. Oh my goodness. This is gonna be really close. These jacks again. These LNs have been benefiting Cyronox, but there's time. Is there enough time for Cyronox to hold on? Will any of these players make any massive mistakes? These LN parts are not friendly at all. Mix that with the jacks. You're brought in with so much These patterns are not going to be friendly at all. Cyronox increases the accuracy just enough, but no mistakes can happen now. Just gotta push through. These two players doing everything they can to try and win this point. Will Cyronox hold on? Or will Valeria steal a point? Oh wow! Cyronox takes this by the hair! By a very small hair! Cyronox takes this hybrid! Oh my goodness! What is going on? These two players are performing out of their minds right now. And that was a clutch performance from Cyronox. Valeria almost took it. But wow. These two players had really good performances. That's surprising. So yeah, we'll be going with Breakthrough. Rice 2, the only remaining pick. That's Rice. Oh my goodness. And these two players are doing really good right now. Five, 4, the game on the line, all the pressure is on these two players. Who will take this? Oh my goodness, these two players are acting it really well. 99.8 and the other Valeria at 99.9 T2. The nerves have to be really high because this is going to be really difficult. These core jacks, like this file has a lot of very difficult trills and all that. And mini jacks as well gonna be thrown at you. If you're not careful, you could end up finding a few mistakes. And again, Valeria and Cyronox still really close. 2,000 points off each other. Oh wow! Oh wow! What are these two players doing? I'm honestly starting to get terrified because of how close this is. And now more core jacks with jump streams mixed here in the pick. Are we going to be seeing a tiebreaker? Or will these two players find a drop at any point? It's starting to run out. There's opportunities. And now we have a final speed section. Who will prevail? Will it be Valeria or Cyronox? And just like that, these mini jacks, not enough. We'll be seeing a tiebreaker. Chisue Rosso is going to be played. 996 again. Both players with the V1 double S. Oh my goodness. I cannot believe what we're seeing here. The tiebreaker is actually going to be played. Oh wow! What a clutch victory! Jisue Rosso, this is going to be the pick now. And here we go. The tiebreaker, the essence of all tournaments. Oh my goodness. Oh my heart, these two players have been performing amazing. You just cannot miss this one. What a tale, these two players just performing after absolute amazing performances. You just cannot make this up. Oh my goodness. We're just waiting for these two players to get ready. This is going to be the game on the line. Who will win this match? Cyronox or Valeria? Throw your support in the chat right now. Oh my goodness, these two players are doing amazing. The tiebreaker is the essence of all tournaments. And at this point, these two players have really shown the essence of sportsmanship and has just popped off. Very much so. And here we go. Jisue Rosso being played. I am really excited to see how this one will go. I have no idea who's gonna win this. Elance and rice mixed in together. This file just has a mix of everything. It's a really difficult one. And I just can't wait to see how these two players will go. Right now, we have an Ellen section. And Valeria finding a drop already this early on. But that is not gonna matter too much. Cyronox and Valeria going at it. 99.7 for Cyronox right now. Really impressive work. Oh my goodness. I am really nervous. 3,000 points of difference. This is nothing. These two players just fighting each other, fighting for the spot on the next round of the losers semifinals, doing everything they can. My heart is beating really fast right now. They've both shown capability on Elance and Rice. These just, what an amazing performance right now. Both players still holding a full combo. Only one miss so far, and that's with Cyronox. Here's a funny Ellen part. Both of them hit that. Both of them hit that difficult part. Only 3,000 points of difference. 4,000 points right now. What is going on? But Cyronox finds a drop. That is going to be hard. That is going to be challenging. These two players will start to have their differences close. But Valeria finds a drop. These Ellen Jacks are not friendly for players like Valeria. And like that, and just like that, Cyronox's lead slightly increases. This lead is not safe. It's not safe at all. But now we're approaching the Korjak section. This is where you think Valeria could probably make a comeback. Cyronox finds one drop. And we all know how scary one drop can be. It's starting to decrease. Oh, so slightly. Oh my goodness. What is going on? Cyronox only at a 5,000 point lead. This is so close right now. Accuracy goes to Cyronox, but Valeria is not too far behind. And just like that, Cyronox finds another drop. that lead is going to suffer a little bit with some elements thrown into this part. Valeria has a lot to work on still. Oh my goodness, this lead is nothing! 3,500 points of difference! This is so close right now. The LNs here are going to be make or break, and now we're about to approach the core jack section. This part can really make you struggle if you're not careful. Valeria slowly increasing that accuracy. Zyronox trying to make a statement here. It's really close, but both of them are holding that full combo on this core jack. I don't know who is going to take this. Still really close. Both of them exchanging. Both of them increasing that accuracy. Oh my goodness, the lead is starting to decrease. This is where the anchors start to get more intense. And now elements are thrown into the equation. The lead is decreasing. It's only 2,700. Oh my god, was it 5,000, 6,000, 7,000? Oh my goodness, I don't know who's gonna take this. Both players are holding despite the elements. What is going on? Both players, despite the core jacks and elements thrown apart, still holding on. Both of them hold the combo on the core jack section. I don't know who's taking this. The lead is decreasing. Valeria's increasing in accuracy. Oh my goodness. Zyronox and Valeria, what a match. And Zyronox drops. That lead's going to Valeria. Ever so slightly. That accuracy is just the same right now. It's that one miss and two misses now. Zyronox has to hold on, but unfortunately Valeria trades, but the trade from Valeria happens! And more LNs are gonna be thrown. But now, more core jacks as well. Oh my goodness, that one miss could really spell the difference right now. These core jacks are not easy to hit at all. These drills, speed, everything thrown at you. Oh my goodness. What? What is going on right now? Just a 2,000 point difference. Valeria trying their hardest to win. But with these silent sections, I fear Zyronox might take an advantage. But time is still saying that there's an opportunity. Zyronox drops on one of these LNs. That is gonna be terrifying. And now Valeria is on the driver's seat. These LNs have not been affecting Valeria's play too much. Mini jacks, Zyronox drops again. Oh my goodness! Who is going to take this? And now more drills thrown at you. These rise sections. Here we go. The final part. We're gonna have a really difficult rise section here. If anyone makes a mistake here, that's gonna be it. So Zyronox or Valeria, who's gonna take this? More of these quads gonna be thrown at you. Speed section, no one making any mistakes. Jumps thrown at you, nothing. These two players still consistent. And that's about it. Valeria takes it. Valeria takes the win against Zyronox. A really difficult match. What a performance from these two players. One miss from Valeria on the tiebreaker. What a commendable match between these two players. Oh my goodness, what an intense match between Zyronox and Valeria. What in the world just happened? What a really difficult match. And what a story to tell. And what a way to end Zyronox versus Valeria. Just an amazing performance from both of these players. You gotta give your props to them, man. Just an insane performance all around. You cannot contest this. This has been one of the best matches, if not the best match of this tournament so far. Valeria versus Zyronox. Unfortunately, Zyronox is going to be eliminated, but what a performance he has shown. Valeria has punched the ticket to the next round of semifinals. We are still going to be seeing this live. Valeria, amazing performance. Zyronox, insane consistency, insane performance. Just an all-around tug of war. Punches thrown at each other. 6,000 points difference in tiebreaker. Just says a lot about how close this match has been. Oh my goodness. Woo! Woo! These two players have performed absolutely amazing. And what a way to end that match. Congratulations to Valeria for advancing. And for Sirenox, thank you so much for playing on this tournament. You have given us a wonderful show, a wonderful showcase of your performances. You just gotta keep on pushing through, and hopefully we'll be seeing more from you next time. That is Sirenox versus Valeria. But for now, let's not delay this further and have the next match on stream, which will be Konichiyawa versus Lynx009. Thank you so much everyone for coming. We'll be having a different streamer this time around. Thank you so much for coming into this match. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for the players. Thank you for everyone who's involved here. And see you next time. Which is next match actually. So bye.